welcome back. I'm sitting here with Miss Jessie Sims.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Thanks for coming on over.
Of course.
Yes. Now, tell us, you make a lot of smoothies and such, right?
I do.
Man, how did you get started doing that?
Well, what started me was, do you know Nipsey Hussle?
Yes.
When Nipsey Hussle died, I am not a bandwagoner. I was not a Nipsey Hussle fan. But when he died, he was trying to get people to switch to veganism and alkaline veganism. And for whatever reason, that's what caught my eye. So I started doing more research on that. When I was transitioning into being an alkaline vegan, in the morning, I didn't really have time to actually cook. So I was like, okay, I can just do a smoothie or I could juice, whatever.
Right.
And so every day when I went to work, I had a mason jar. And everybody was like, well, where'd you get that from? And that looks good and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it started, was like...
just making people jealous. They want it.
It's like, well, what's in that jar?
Right. Definitely. Now, is that called Good to You, Good for You?
Good to You, Good for You.
Cool. And so, yeah, basically just people started asking you, like, hey, make me some.
Yeah, basically. It was a lot of trial and error with my flavor menu. It just seemed like one person kind of led me to the next person and be like, okay, maybe this isn't just a hobby for me. There's a reason why people are still asking what's in my hand. What am I doing? And from there, that's kind of how it started. Everybody started asking me like, oh, well, how much would you charge? Or I want to do meal prepping. How much would you do for this? And that's kind of where the concept came from. I just went off of that.
So how long has it been now since you started making them?
I started my business end of March, and I switched to alkaline veganism like the beginning of March.
Nice. Yeah. Now, how's that been? Has it been difficult?
There are some ups and downs with it. I think my hardest thing when I first started was figuring out what to eat. And at first, when you make the first switch, it's almost like you're starving yourself, because you're like, okay, well, I need to do this. I don't have a lot of time. But honestly, I started watching a couple on YouTube, and they said they're alkaline vegan, and when they go out and about, if they don't have time to make their own food to be specific with being vegan, they just eat vegetarian. And then as they go home, they just fall back alkaline on what they know is right. So that was probably the hardest switch. No, I lied. The hardest switch was detoxing.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing. Yeah.
Now, are you very with your eating, do you cut out other things? Do you eat many processed sugars too or anything?
I try not to.
Because I was gonna say that's one of the hardest things to get rid of, is all that processed sugar, man.
I try it. It's
so addicting.
It is. And I am such a I eat donuts. I love donuts. I always want to eat donuts. Right.
We got to get a donut flavor.
Yes.
So then
my favorite donut is vanilla sprinkle.
Ooh.
I don't just does something to me. But I try to do a healthy balance. One thing I learned that with dieting, any dieting, too much of anything could be detrimental to your health. So I have these test strips at home that I'll test my pH to see where I'm at. Naturally, the body's supposed to be at 7.4, but with the meats and stuff that we eat, we're further on that acidic level. But when your body is too alkaline, you can also make yourself sick. So I'll go back and forth. I know if I hit a certain color, I'm like, I can have a couple donuts and work my way back down. So if
you're too alkaline,
if I'm too alkaline, I'll always do something strange. Like I said, I'll go get a donut. I'll go get cookies. I'll get something to kind of tip my scale back and forth.
How often do you test yourself then?
So when I first started, I was testing myself probably once a week just to see, because originally I went alkaline vegan with my mom, and I would be messing with her about my color's lighter than yours, mine's more green. But honestly, you learn your body and you learn what changes you need to be made. I know that if I'm starting to get kind of sluggish in the morning, I either fell off of taking my herbs, or being alkaline, it definitely taught me to listen to my body. So I know that it's an on and off game. You just have to kind of check and see. I don't really test myself as much anymore because I can kind of tell.
Like
but
how you feel and stuff.
Yeah, how I feel. How I feel. If I wake up in the morning, I jump up, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to start my day. I know you're in the right direction, but you can also, like I said, be too alkaline, and then it's not good for you.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like to have a seat?
Oh yeah, I got to get in the big seat. Way more comfortable. Yes.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Is it just like normal test strips that you'd buy anywhere or something, or is it like special kind?
I got mine from Walgreens, but basically it's a pH indicator. Not the ones like for the pool or anything like that, but
Okay, yeah.
it'll specifically say like pH. The first time I tried to go buy the strips, I think I bought diabetes test strips, and that's not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Yeah, I wonder. I want to try them myself. I wonder where I'm at. Probably like
Most people, depending on what their diet is like, they're not too far off. But then excess meats like pork, stuff like that, that's heavy in your diet, then you're really on the acidic end. And the biggest difference that I notice with myself is like spark of energy. You know, I can cat nap and then be ready to go and stuff like that. Like the taste in your mouth, how your hair feels, just different things. You just kind of have to really listen to your body, whatever it's telling you. And then I've got a book I kind of follow a guideline by too also. Yeah, I just...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, what's like the main difference between like being sure you're like an alkaline vegan or just regular veganism?
Okay, so that is something that I had to do my research. So some people consider themselves like vegetarian, and then that's good. Or they consider themselves plant-based, and then that's good. The difference between being a regular vegan and an alkaline vegan is that with an alkaline vegan, your options of food are very limited. Nothing hybrid, nothing. Well, here's how I kind of remembered it. If it was made on a farm, you can eat it. But if it was made in a plant, something like that, I just lost my train of thought.
Like in a
like
factory or something?
Yeah, made in a plant, don't eat it. But if it was made from a plant, you can eat it.
Ah, yeah.
Anything that has a mother, you don't eat. Yeah, I like that one better. Anything that has a mother, you don't eat.
Gotcha.
There are a lot of fruits and vegetables that people are like, well, I can eat it because it's a fruit. But a lot of them are man-made fruits and vegetables.
Like which ones?
Well, what's your favorite vegetable?
Vegetable? Oh, God, I don't know. I'm horrible with favorites for one. Let's just say carrots.
Carrots. What color do you think carrots are supposed to be?
Are they like a... Because the answer is not orange, I'm guessing?
The answer is not orange.
Are they supposed to be like a lighter color, or no? Or purple?
They are supposed to be purple.
Okay.
And also anywhere between like purple, shades of purple, or like a clear kind of, that's a real carrot.
Okay.
The orange is a GMO or coloring just because it makes it profitable. What color do you think a watermelon is supposed to be on the inside?
I don't even think watermelon's like real, is it? Is that like one of the fake ones?
It is one of the fake ones. It is a hybrid fruit.
I don't know. Is that supposed to be like light colored too, or is it like dark?
We'll define light color.
I don't know.
It's a specific color.
Like this?
Yes, it's supposed to be yellow on the inside.
Got it.
Yes, ma'am. That looks like fun.
She got something good brought up, man.
But then like corn.
Oh yeah, that's totally like fake.
Yeah,
like
definitely
how they
fake.
like just like
Broccoli,
made corn over the years from
cauliflower,
like some weird plant.
all of
Lemons
those
are
things.
fake too, right?
Lemons are fake.
Yeah.
So if you Google an alkaline list of food, it's very, very limited. And at first when I looked at it, I was like, there's no way I'm going to do anything like that because I'm going to be starving.
Right.
But then you kind of play around with certain menus and certain things, and then you create a masterpiece.
Nice. By the way, there's water there too if you need.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Thank you.
Man, so you brought me one of your favorite ones.
I brought you a favorite.
From the new menu.
From my newest menu.
And what was this one again?
That is the Brazilian lemonade.
Brazilian lemonade. Let's try it out. We'll see. What's all in this one?
After you try it, I'll let you know. It's a kick.
Yeah, that's really good.
So something I learned, learning different cultures and stuff, was that Brazilians, when they make lemonade, they don't use lemons.
Really?
They use limes.
Limes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it felt a little citrusy.
Yeah, and a lime is actually an alkaline fruit.
Okay. Is it pineapple or?
Pineapple is also.
Do you put bananas in here?
A couple of bananas.
Okay.
Yeah. You're like one more fruit off.
Strawberries?
Nope.
No.
Not strawberries.
No. Something like, is it a berry or?
No.
No. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. What'd I say? Bananas,
Yep.
pineapple, and limes.
Yep.
And one more?
There's only one more.
Man. I don't know. I'm trying to pinpoint it now. Kiwi?
Nope, not
No.
kiwi.
I don't know.
Mangoes.
Mangoes. Okay.
Mangoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is really good.
I promise you, if it's gross, you would not hurt my feelings. I would rather somebody tell me, that's not a good move.
Oh, God. You guys got to try this.
That is the Brazilian lemonade.
Brazilian lemonade. Only $7. You get your own complimentary mason jar.
And I do not want the jar back. People ask me that often. No, I do not. Whatever you do with that is up to you.
That's good, too, because, well, it's in glass. That's that's like a sustainable resource.
Yes. People honestly don't. Sometimes people, when they cook or when they serve dishes, they really don't realize the contaminants that go on plastic products.
Oh, yeah. And it just like seems to stick in there,
Yep,
too. And it can probably leach out toxins as well.
Yeah. I had a person ask me, like my daughter's got one of my shirts on, and they've got mason jars on them. But somebody asked me, well, why wouldn't you just do plastic? Why wouldn't I'm like, not really a big fan of plastic. I don't wanna,
Yeah, and I mean, if it's called like good to you, good for you,
I want it
should
to
also
be
be good to the environment.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Right,
Good
so,
to the environment.
yeah, it can't be. It's all styrofoam.
Yeah, like it. I try my hardest to do better in everything.
Man, so before you became vegan too, were you eating like okay, or were you like a lot of junk food and stuff anyway? Or?
You know what?
Because like with the typical American diet, it can get crazy. A lot of people just eat like crap.
Yeah, I was on that crappy end of the scale. Only because I was really heavy into working out, so I always felt like whatever I eat, I mean, it ain't gonna show or whatever. Yeah. And then when I turned 21, I started having issues that I felt like older people have, like arthritis. And
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in my 20s. No. And then when I turned 22, I was just kind of like, okay, like these really are issues that I'm having that I should not be having as a 22-year-old. But that also dug into my research because like, once I turned alkaline vegan or changed my diet, everything was questionable to me. Like, are things really hereditary? Is it really hereditary, or is everybody just eating the same thing? In particular, with my mom, she never had really many health issues, but like she had sensitive skin, she had eczema. Then I looked at myself, I have eczema, I have sensitive skin, and I also had asthma. And then when my daughter, she has sensitive skin, she has eczema, she had asthma, she had to have her tonsils removed, her adenoids removed twice. I was just like, okay, something isn't right. But that also made me look at the things that I was eating. Like, I can replace her chicken nuggets with vegan nuggets, and she won't know the difference. So I don't feel bad.
She's like, wait, what was that? What did you say?
Okay, baby. Yes, ma'am. But for the most part, there's not really many issues with her diet either now. I also noticed that when I changed her diet, she stopped getting sick a lot. Which is why when I went to switch my diet over, I also... Is that too loud?
No.
Oh, I also got my certificate in herbalism. So I feel better giving her a natural remedy or an herbal remedy rather than giving her anything over the counter. Since then, if she gets a cold, something that's onsetting, I have something for that, got a remedy for that. And then maybe in a day or so, it's gone. Even with myself, I know, like I'm a paraeducator for Davenport School District. Being around kids all the time, they're gross.
Yeah.
Kids don't wash their hands. They want to touch everything. Like, so for me, I noticed that even when I start getting sick, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I need to do to bounce back.
Right.
I make my kids tell me, Miss Jessie, are you taking your herbs? Like, because I don't want to get sick.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you're eating like very healthy, a lot of times you can like mitigate like getting sick and stuff.
Yeah.
I read about this one lady. She's like a fitness, health, nutritionist kind of person, and she has a baby, and she made a decision to like not give the baby any sugar at all. And I mean, I don't know how far she went as far as processed foods. I think she's pretty much giving her all just natural stuff, and mainly the big thing was like cutting out no sugar at all,
right?
Especially anything processed anyway. At least for like the first 5 years of the girl's life, and she like got sick like once with like a minor cold, but was like never been sick ever. And then people said like she looks amazing, like bright skin and hair and everything, looks really healthy. It's like
I definitely witnessed that with my kid. My daughter, like every winter I would have to quit a job because she was in the hospital every winter. It was just too cold outside. Her asthma would flare up. It was really bad. And then when I started switching her to the herbal remedies, I noticed like this winter we haven't been in the hospital, barely get sick, maybe a cold every once in a while. But even that, like the span, it's cut in half, if not a day or so. So I definitely witnessed that.
So is she alkaline?
She's not alkaline. She would never. I'll give her that option when she gets older. But something weird about my kid, definitely weird, is that I never had a problem making her eat fruits and vegetables. She would have certain days where she would only want meat, and then she would have other days where she only wanted vegetables. So I would always give her everything, but she'd be like, no, more corn. No, more peas. And I'm like, what's wrong with my kid?
Yeah, it's a weird thing too. Like a lot of kids, being like, oh, I hate vegetables and stuff. And I think a lot of that is mainly just because of how, I guess a lot of times how they're brought up, if they're used to eating like, all kids want to eat is like chicken nuggets and stuff.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. See, chicken nuggets and fries.
Oh, yeah.
And vegan nuggets and fries. Definitely everybody wants the McDonald's package and everybody wants the toys and stuff like that. And sometimes it's easier because it's convenient.
Right.
However, it's bad for my pockets. It's bad for her health.
Is it really convenient when she's like up sick and stuff,
To go somewhere to the store, it's not so much when she's sick. It's when I'm on the go and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have anything for her to snack on. Just go through the drive-thru at McDonald's. Until like I realized when you eat anything processed, it will compromise your mucous membranes. And then when you study like alkaline veganism, they're basically saying that mucus is basically the root of all sickness. When you get arthritis, it's inflammation in your joints, but it's really mucus in the joints. Or bronchitis, it's really mucus in your bronchial tubes. So, and I noticed that with myself too, because like I'm big on, sometimes I can be big on sweets. So like I know if I have a donut and then in the next day I'm like congested, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, work my way back.
Right. Yeah, I heard that milk can get a lot of mucus in the body too. That's what I've heard. So,
Yes, indeed.
yeah, it's no good.
Only thing I have to say about that is we're not baby cows. We really don't need to be drinking white milk or anything, cow milk, any of that. I mean, I guess you would all have to do your own research, and I'm not trying to persuade anybody, oh, go alkaline vegan tomorrow. No, It's got to be a personal decision, because if I tell you to go alkaline vegan, you're not going to go alkaline vegan for you. You're going to do it because I told you, and then you're not going to be committed to it.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I play with it. Sometimes I'll flex around vegetarian or, okay, now I'm full alkaline, whatever. I'm not going to starve myself by any means.
Right.
But then there are certain things like, I'm only 23 now. What happens after I'm gone? I need to make sure that she's taken care of. Therefore, I take care of my health. Even people that don't have kids, still, you want to travel the world and accomplish your dreams and your goals and stuff like that, you need to be in good health. Don't wait till you're 67. Now I'm going to travel the world and need somebody to help me drive. And no, just just take care of yourself. Self-care.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't get it. Like, you only get one vessel. You got to live for like at least, even 50 years is like a long time. Or more. So it's like.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Definitely.
You got to take care of that stuff. But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, well, do you ever mess with fish still or no?
I have always been allergic to seafood, so I was never a fan of seafood. Yeah. No.
Do you eat eggs at all? Or?
At times I do. I might crave some eggs because, they're not the best for you. That is not on the alkaline list. So, but like I said, I kind of play with it just to see, just to test. At one point in time, I felt like if I go back to eating meat, like I'll be sick forever.
Oh yeah.
So I had to try it to see, and I wasn't sick like I thought I would be until I tried pork.
Oh yeah.
And maybe I ate it too fast, but like instantly I got a headache. And I like got lightheaded. I was like, oh, I'm about to pass out. And then I was like, okay, maybe you're just being dramatic. But no, I was like, you're going down. Like it felt, maybe because my body wasn't used to it anymore. But it was horrible for me. Like it was horrible. I wouldn't put that pain on anybody.
Yeah. I haven't heard too many good things about like processed pork. So.
Yeah. No, not so much. And then sometimes, hi babe, can I turn this down?
She wants the audience to hear it too. She got some good jams on.
You got,
What's she got to say now? She's like,
you want to say hi?
Hi.
hello.
But for me, I feel like if anybody wants to start, I would just cut back one thing at a time.
Yeah, baby steps, because it's really hard to like go crazy all at once. Yeah, I think you're more likely to fall off the rails, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And it's not really a challenge if you have something committed to. Say hi.
Hi.
If
What's
you're
your name?
committed to it.
Janae Todd.
Janae Todd.
Janae Todd.
How old are you?
4.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Tablet.
No, towel, purple. It's at the previous house.
Yep, your purple tablet.
Do you recommend the Brazilian lemonade?
Do you like the Brazilian lemonade?
She's like, well.
No.
She's big on everything purple. That's not a purple smoothie. My purple
It's gotta be
smoothies
purple.
is like the Oh My Quad
Yes.
or the Rainy Day. Where are you going? Don't start roaming.
I know this room is very enticing. We have it's like a museum in here.
Okay, well, I just don't want her to not have a seat, please. I know, I see it. It's a dice. Have a seat.
She's like, I need it. I must have it.
Don't try to sit on it either.
How many flavors did you have at first?
At first, I started out with about 10 flavors. And then I basically went on popularity. Okay, this isn't selling. Why isn't it selling? Maybe I could change it a little bit. And if I changed it and it still didn't produce what I wanted it to, I would just cut it all together. Mm-hmm. A lot of people liked my Rastafine smoothie, and it had green, yellow, and red at the top, like a Bob Marley flag. And as much as we're not doing catch right now, as much as I loved making it and had fun doing it, it didn't sell. I think I might have sold one. I had a lot of people ask me like, oh, you still make that? And I'm like, no, first of all, it took like 30 minutes to make. Second of all, it didn't sell. So I wasn't going to keep pushing, There are certain add-ons that I can do that might, make the price go up or anything. But for the most part, all of my smoothies start off at $7. I do deals where I'm like, okay, I got a little bit more free time on my hand. They'll go $5, or they'll go buy one, get one half off, buy one, get one free. Mm-hmm. Anything like that. But yep, now I think I have about 14 main flavors or so. And honestly, I thought that with the winter coming up, as I also sell herbal teas, I thought that when the winter coming up, okay, it'd be tea season. That never really popped like that. I still get more requests for smoothies than I do teas.
Are the teas the same price?
The teas, they do start off at $7, and then I have one that's special, and it's $8. It's the sea moss tea. Do you know anything about sea moss?
Not necessarily, no.
So sea moss is an algae plant found in the Pacific, but it has 92 minerals that the body needs out of the 102. I also have a herbal tincture that if you combine sea moss with my herbal tincture, you have all 102 minerals. Has no taste, I actually put some in yours too.
The algae?
The sea moss.
The sea moss?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. Yes. Good, I need it.
But it for you to not have any disgusting things to try, and it has amazing benefits. You can cook with it, you can do facials with it. To get all those benefits at the price of nothing, just putting it in your food or putting it in a smoothie or whatever, it's how can you go wrong?
Yeah, I've heard some crazy stuff about like algae and stuff where I saw something just today. I think I saw something they're putting living algae or something into things, products. I saw there's I don't know how, but it's there was a lamp, and it was a glass lamp, and it was infused with I think they said living algae or something. It's in this lamp.
Weird.
And it just being in there, it purifies the air around it or something weird. I don't know. Someone let me know in the comments if I'm being an idiot. If that's correct.
I don't, and then or school me, because I don't know too much about it.
I'll believe it. It sounds good to me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know how it works at all, but yeah, I don't know. It sounds crazy. But
yeah, I don't know too much about that.
I need to look into that. Figure out what the science behind all that.
Right. But I don't know too much about that.
Yeah, we're going to infuse the glass jars with the algae.
With the sea moss, and I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is really good.
Mommy,
yes, ma'am.
it's going too long.
Here, let me see. You might have to pick a different one if it was taking too long.
Now, where do you see yourself going with this business? How far do you want to take it? You can set up shop, get a little location or something?
Okay. Funny you mentioned that. I was looking at a couple of buildings, and then it just seemed like every time I would start, somebody would beat me to the punch.
I know how that is.
Which is fine. I mean, I feel like there's enough product, enough businesses, small businesses especially, for the money to go around. So I was looking at this this location, and I had a person I know ask me kind of what were my hopes and goals with it. And then like a month later, he told me he was opening up a shop.
What?
And I was like, okay, well, so everything that I do on the go, there's a shop, and that's what he's doing. So I still feel like my ultimate goal, back to that, sorry. My ultimate goal is a holistic convention center. And as big as the name sounds, it doesn't have to be that big. With any of my smoothies, tinctures, teas, I offer any type of consultation. So if you came to me and you're like, hey, you know, I'm having problems sleeping, what can I do? What can I take to do it? I would recommend, I have a tincture that's chamomile and lavender. And I'd be like, here, you know, try it out, see how it is. But then maybe you're like, okay, that's working for me, but I also want to know about the inflammation I have. Mm-hmm. And then if it would be up to you whether you take the consultation or not, but I try to educate you as much as I know about the herbs. This is what we can do. We also offer classes where, say, I don't know, say you got arthritis, you got diabetes, you got whatever. You'll actually meet with my partner. She'll write down all the medications that you have. Make sure the herbs won't counteract with any of your medications. Kind of give you a schedule and a layout, kind of like meal planning or prepping, whatever. And then we'll make whatever we have fit you. So that, you know, because I don't want anybody to be in bad health. I really don't. And that originally is what started it. So I feel like education is free. You just kind of have to ask for it. But for me, I'm really big on holistic everything. Holistic mind, holistic care, and stuff like that. So in 5 years, maybe I'll find a food truck.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
That was my
original. Have it be mobile.
Yeah, that was my original goal. Was the food truck.
Yes.
And then
Get a school bus or something like large.
You know, the only problem with the school bus is I try to live in it. I'm a minimalist. Like I would really try to live in a school.
Well, I was
bus.
gonna say if you wanted a building too, just get like find a building that's got the apartments up top and a little shop downstairs.
See,
kind of
and I've taken all that into consideration, but I also can't go full time in my business with it. For one, it's just me and my partner. Also, where's the money coming from?
Right.
So I have to do way more research than, you know, I feel like I'm still fresh in. So I have to do more research as far as location. You know, even if I want a location, maybe I do go with the food truck. I don't have any problems putting the labels on my car.
Right.
Which is kind of how I've been getting around. Anybody see my good to you, good for you sign? That's me. But yeah, it could go anywhere in 5 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing with like starting a business too, all the learning curves and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning experience for me. I mean, and I love everything about it. I mean, there are some days I wake up and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it no more. I don't care. I'm going to just take down the Facebook page, take down my Instagram. I'm just not going to do it. And then the one time I said that, there was a lady that worked at the Bella Salon, I think, in Bettendorf. And she was like, I want to surprise all my workers. I need one for all my workers. I need like 10 this. And I was like, okay, I'm on my way. Yeah, I can go another day. Wouldn't hurt me. So.
Hell yeah. Does your partner have like a background in nutrition or anything like that? Or
We actually started together, but not. It's my mom, but not to the extent that I did.
I'm sorry. Did you say you got certified or something? Or?
Yeah, I did. I did get my certificate in herbalism.
Cool.
Yep. And from there, I got my certificate to do massages. I got my certificate.
I got a buddy doing that too.
Yeah,
yes.
I think for me, I just kind of took off in everything holistic. Like I have a skincare line. All of my stuff is completely natural, herbal remedies, stuff like that.
I mean, I need some of that too. I got horrible skin. Horrible.
And you know what else? I know a lot of people, they be like, well, don't stress and drink your water. Do drink your water. I will say that. Drink your water. But you also have to watch your intake. When I detoxed, I went on a raw detox before I went alkaline. And that's just where you don't cook anything. Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, salads, smoothies, juicing. All that stuff is good. When I detoxed, I was at I'll say one of my all-time lows because I was insecure about my facial breakouts. But then I was doing research, and like, pimples are not bad. When your body is ridding impurities, it has to come out some kind of way. So for females, you'll have a menstrual cycle. But you can also break out, and that is just certain impurities leaving your body. So like if you're big on water intake, but like your diet is crappy, water is still pulling those things out. But I was just kind of like, I'm so used to my face being clear. When I ate like crap, I had a clear face. But but then, yep, go ahead, make his food. But then when I understood the reason behind my breakouts, I was like, okay, yeah, I can live with that. Most people don't realize like your cheeks, like there's something going on in your stomach that needs to be detoxed. So I'm not really worried about your skin breaking out. I'm worried about location. Like, what is it really telling you? And yeah, that's part of holistic care, is identifying. And a lot of people don't realize that when you switch your eating habits, you think a little bit different.
Oh yeah,
so
like it's crazy because
everything
your
is
gut
intertwined.
biome controls like everything in your life basically.
Yes, everything is entwined with everything.
What do you got to say?
What is it? Say it. Whatever you gotta say, but don't pull it.
Don't be shy.
What do you have to say?
Papa's name is Tom.
Your papa's name is Tom.
Shout out to Tom.
Shout out to Pastor Tom. What else?
He was a great hero.
He was a great hero?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's really sweet. He better be watching.
Man,
You heard
so
him.
nice.
He was something else too.
He was something else too?
Yeah.
What?
He can do strong enough.
He can do strong stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, don't pull on it. I don't want you to pull down on it.
I should have gave her a mic.
Yeah. She would have been singing the whole time.
Hey, you have a kid.
What?
You have a kid.
Do you have a kid?
No.
He doesn't have a kid.
It's
Stop
just me.
Stop.
She's like, do you have a friend I can play with? Where are they? Damn it.
You have any more questions?
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
And I was turning in the piggy and
Piggies?
yeah.
That's not a question.
I like puppies.
You like puppies?
Well, everyone likes
purple.
puppies, right?
This is my job.
This is your job?
Yeah.
Already? She's a pro already?
And this
Yeah. Here's the fact. Need a protege?
How much is this? How many like ounces or whatever?
You get 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't bad. That's a good deal.
Yeah. And then I also, it's so awkward to ask people to do this, but I require a smoothie selfie that I post on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Only because people are like, oh, what's that? Same kind of concept when I was walking in work every day, and they're like, you got different smoothie every day. What's that? I like it. It makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. Like it, and honestly, to me, it shows the growth in my business. Like when I first started, I'm like, oh yeah, I done served this person and this person, and it's just motivation to keep going. Some of them I get they're awkward, and other times, I get a smile.
There you go. Have you ever experimented with like the paleo diet or anything like that?
I have not. The only real diet I'll say that I've experienced was being vegetarian. I think I went vegetarian when I was like 17. And I had lost so much weight, and I really wasn't trying to. I was trying to tone up faster because I've always really been into fitness. And when I tried to tone up, when I tried to tone up and go vegetarian, I had a niece ask me, was I dying because I was so skinny? And I was like, where's the bologna? Where's the ramen noodles? Where's everything that I've been keeping myself from? So that's the only real diet I'll say that I have really experienced. Anything, too much of anything it can be bad.
Right.
Which is why I play with my alkaline state.
And it's good. Yeah, it seems like you're doing veganism right in a sense because like
I try.
Well, anyone could like be vegan but still eat like shit. Like you know, like, well, I just eat potato chips and it's vegan, but it's like it's still not good for you. Like a bunch of sugar and stuff.
Right. But. Yeah. I think I was doing some research on sugar, which is why I try to stay away from it. But they said it's like a cup of sugar, maybe it takes like 4 of your livers to actually process that much sugar. And I'm like, you only get 1 liver, so it's not the greatest. But it tastes so good.
We'll just have to inject it, get past the liver.
It tastes so good.
Yeah. Man. Well, yeah, so you've only done it since March. So, yeah, I mean, and I've seen your page pop up here and there from people.
That's good.
It. Yeah, well, like before I even asked you to come on. So, yeah, I think you're making a good name for yourself so far. So
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Man, I hope you keep it up.
I will definitely try. I've got some newer things to come as of 2020.
Ooh.
So.
Secrets?
I
was going to ask you, I don't know if there's anything you can share right now. Anything you haven't gotten into that you'd like to offer someday as far as products or other menu items or things like along those lines?
I can't say in specific, but anything holistic, like I want to get my hands on.
Right.
I want people to be able to come in with a problem and leave with a solution, even if it's not like instant, because nothing instant health-wise happens automatically. So and I won't say the near future, but 2020 we'll have more holistic options.
Ooh.
I say it like that.
I'm stoked to check those out.
I always say I'm in the lab. By that I mean I'm in my computer in the library. I'm doing some research to try to figure out, okay, what can I do? What's different, and also what is good for the whole body. I don't want to be like every other. I don't even want to throw shade. I don't want to be like.
No, you can throw shade. It's fine.
Like I don't want to be It Works. I don't want to be
no.
Herbalife.
Dude,
I don't want to be.
Screw It Works. I'll say it.
I don't want to be anybody but who I am and my business. If it's not good to you and it's not good for you, you probably don't need it.
Right.
That's how I'm coming. So, yeah. I'm excited to see, how everything pans out. I might have something that pops up in certain months, and then it's gone the next. So just have to get it while it's good.
Get it while you can.
Get it while you can.
Yeah, if anyone tries to get on a more healthy lifestyle, just baby steps. Because
yeah, and I'll answer all questions. I mean, I did not just wake up one day and I'm like, I'm gonna be alkaline vegan. Absolutely
I know everything about alkaline vegan.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, there are things that I learn new all the time. Like lettuce. There's different types of lettuces. Some of them have absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever.
Like iceberg lettuce.
Like
I heard the darker the greens, the better it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Iceberg lettuce.
That's good because I don't like iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, it's like 0% everything.
What about celery? Because that's.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a type of lettuce or something. It's like all watery. Which is, I don't like celery really.
Like iceberg celery, it's just like a 90% water. I also seen this video one time, and this person, it was like straight plastic, and they just morphed it and put some color in it, and then it was like cabbage, and I was like, no, like
no thanks.
No, you're eating plastic. If you need help, I don't have any problems answering questions, because I wanted somebody that I could just call and be like, hey, what's up with this? But I didn't have that, so I had to be that person for anybody else. So yeah, that's the goal.
Definitely. Yeah. Now if anyone wants to learn more about you and your brand, or get a hold of you for advice, or buy some smoothies, how can they do that?
Facebook. My Facebook name is Jessie Sims. My Instagram is Good to You, Good for You. And my Facebook page is facebook.com/Good to You, Good for You. So
there you go.
There it is.
Be on the lookout, especially now, the winter season. Might be a little flu virus going around.
Yep, I got tinctures for that.
Well, a tincture, is that like something you would add to like a water or something?
So with my tinctures, I purchase the herb, and then I do the extraction process. How I give it to you, if you're weird about flavors, because I will admit, the better the herb, the nastier sometimes. But excuse me, with the tinctures, you could put them in water, you can put them in juice, you can do them in your smoothies, however you would like to take them. But if you want them to work faster, you can put them under your tongue, and it'll be 2 droppers full under your tongue. Chase it with water afterwards, because it will burn a little bit. Some people, I don't know, maybe I'm a little weak, but to me it'd be burning. But people be like, oh no, that's not bad, just a little numb. I'm like, what? My mouth is on fire. So,
and that's the other thing too, is like everyone's body's different, especially when it comes to nutrition too. It's like what might work for you might not work for someone else. But
yeah, I've had people do sea moss or take sea moss, the sea moss tea, or have it in their smoothie, and then they're like, you know what, normally at 10 o'clock I'm ready to eat again, but I don't really have the desire to eat. Not that it's a bad thing, but sea moss is one of those things that it'll do what you need to do. I've had people take sea moss and go to sleep. I've had people take sea moss and go to the bathroom because they couldn't go to the bathroom. So the herbs, whatever you need it to do, even if it's a question of if I have it or not, I will do some research and I'll get back to you. But I don't want to send you off.
Right.
I don't really trust pharmaceuticals, and I really don't trust food approved by the FDA.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like if it comes in a package, it's probably not that great.
Yeah, no. The biggest thing for anybody is that vegan food is expensive, and sometimes it can be kind of pricey. But what I'm also learning to do is learning how to make it myself, rather than buying vegan food that's processed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then what really are you doing? You're still eating processed food. And it has to be like a conscious thing every day. Like I would be around people that be, oh, you sure you don't want no ribs? You sure you don't want? No, I'm like, I'm good. Like, So, yeah.
Well, yes. Well, thank you again for being here.
Of course.
Yes, I think we covered most of everything right now.
I think so also.
Yes, if you have any big developments in the future, we're going to have to get you to come back on and share with us.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, until next time, people. Goodbye.
Peace out.